Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to the Queen's Domain demo. If you know anything about Kingsfield, this is a Kingsfield successor. They just decided to play with the name and call it Queen's Domain, which I actually really love. It looks deliciously retro too, in such a good way. So the demo is available on Steam, so if you do want to play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. And let's dive in. It is so weird. I've never played Kingsfield before. I really should. But having played Neasied and to a lesser degree Dread Delusion, I don't know if I'd call that exactly Kingsfield. It was a little bit more Morrowind, frankly. Okay, this sensitivity needs to go up. That I haven't done that in a while. Look, sensitivity. Let's just dump it at like 125. That should be good enough. Yeah, it's a little bit better. This is a little slow. Bowl? No. But yeah, playing Neasied and Dread Delusion, I've just been not what I was expecting. Absolutely hooked on this style of game. Hello, and thank you for trying the Queen's Domain demo. We've been working on this project. I don't know, cats. That's cute. Let's see how this goes. Is there anything for me to loot around here? Oh, I love this. I love pixel textures. I mean, technically all textures are pixel. I think I actually turned the game down too much. I'm always leery of blowing out my ears. Well, not really. There we go, that's better. Well, this is kind of pleasant. Is this something? I mean, there's like bags here. Doesn't look like I can loot it. Dried herbs. Like a playing card and some other things, but nothing I can interact with. But yeah, playing those two games has kind of set me on this path of really liking first-person Souls-likes. They're just a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical. You can't do the full character action dealio. I'm gonna rob these guys of their herbs. Hello? Your Highness, Poema's blessings upon us. I've prayed for day and night that aid might come here. Come, and here you are. For a moment I thought Ipibi or Boudin had returned from their errands. Many days passed. His Majesty ventured into the Dampo Mausoleum with a company of knights. The doors sealed tight behind them, and there hasn't been any sign of their return. Not had even a moment to search for a way inside. We struggled just to defend the small encampment from the beasts that roam the isle. I see you're unarmed. The weapons arrived with us have all been broken or lost. Take this rusted blade. All I've been able to find to defend myself. Go out past the barricade and search the isle. Look for the other knights, will you? And watch your back. There are all manner of beasts roaming about, mad with rage and lusting for blood. Okay, can I do anything here? You don't have anything that seems to fit, so we can find a key eventually. Campfire here. I'm really digging the music immediately. Okay, let's equip the rusted short sword. Looks like I can have 3 weapons, 3 ammo, and amulets. Okay, so that's something okay, door cannot be opened. It seems to be held shut by some kind of mechanism. I do prefer it when these games give you a lot of equipment slots, but I guess I kind of get it. Our character is already wearing armor, and realistically in other games... Whoa! Okay. In other games at the very least. Like in Dark Souls and whatnot, changing armor around makes a little bit more sense because it changes you visually. It does change how you move, though. Do I not break this? I would have assumed it would break by this point. Okay. Now I'm just confused. I guess I can go take a look at a couple more things. Because we have this here. Dampo Mausoleum Monument Engraving. Within this house of sacred remains, those who fought valiantly rest eternal. Great God Uadaso watches over, guiding the souls of eternal paradise. Goddess Poema takes root below, returning earthly remains to the sacred cycle. Together they seal away the dark. Let the dead rest peacefully. No! Anything else around here? No, just mushrooms. It seems like I was supposed to... Oh, maybe there's like a power attack I can do? Oh, maybe that's it. Because, yeah, I can't open this door. So... I'd assume I have to go past this, unless... No. Let's try the heavy attack. Yep. Okay. Knights encampment, Isle of Neasied. We can save. So we can also rest at those. Good to know. Well, I guess I'm just going to go up and see what I can find. So, haven't figured out how to block or dodge in any way. So we might have to just kind of... Ooh, there's something over there. We might have to just wing combat. Didn't see any kind of tutorialization, so we are firmly on our own. Ancient coin, an elixir. I don't know about you, but I think, you know what, it was after... Oh, I can jump. After Skyrim... What the heck? It's a ladybug rat. Ratty bug. Okay, got the ratty bug. Whoa! Okay, can't do anything to that thing. Mega Neura. There we go. But yeah, after... Ow. There's nothing I can do to that thing. Oh, we have a bunch of ratty bugs around here. We also have this sucker? Oh, this is an Isle of my nightmares, actually. Okay, I cannot do damage to that sucker. We're gonna leave that alone for a second. Namely, I'm gonna sneak around. Rusted spear. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, as far as I know, there's no sprint. I can jump, but that's about all I can do. I can kill that thing, but it is going to take a while. Okay, go from here. But yeah, Skyrim with its, sorry, this is actually mildly distracting. There's a lot going on here and a lot of critters. And I have to be a little careful. But, you know, going into a crypt and whatnot. Whoop. And finding bread or fruit or cheese. And, you know, this crypt's been sealed for who knows how long, and you just eat the food. Don't even think twice about it. Gross. Okay. I'm actually going to go back and heal. I just want to take a bit of a break. And let's equip that spear. Oh, they level up. Now, how do I swap weapons? Okay, cool. I guess I should probably also save while I'm here. There we go. So do we go back up there? I didn't see too much. Says inventory guide. Okay. Introduction, damage types, weak, normal, resist, melee weapons, crystal monuments, and use items. But how do I actually use items? Not controls, key button, configure. Okay. Yeah, so we don't have a sprint. Primary attack, special attack, wind dash. Oh, but we have to unlock it. Jump, interact. How do we use... Okay, use item is F. I'm still gonna kind of stinge on things. But I'll get what I can. Okay. Guess I'm actually gonna swap back to this. Because this gives me a charge. Which, it's not a dash per se. But I can use it for getting around just a little faster. Oh, weapon level up. There we go. Yeah, I can use it for getting around just a little faster. So that thing doesn't shoot me. Let's leave the tough dude alone. I might be able to fight him, but I just don't see the point of it. I do appreciate that my weapons can level up. That's a system I've always wanted more games to have. Oh, I guess the Megan era did notice me. It's fine. Ow. It's fine, it's barely even a threat. There we go. So it seems like I can charge this until we get full blue. There we go. It doesn't seem like they drop much, though. Yeah, I just wanted to see what was over this direction. This is very silly. I'm out of stamina, but I can still use it to sprint around. Okay, we might want to take that seriously. Oh yeah, we definitely do. Chicket? Creepy. Okay. And yeah, some of these things I'm not going to be able to... Oh boy. Yeah, some of these things I'm not going to be able to deal with. Dagger belt. We have some throwing weapons. A grave there, but doesn't look like there's much else I can do about it. There we go. Alright, dagger belt. So we can do throwing daggers. Finally crafted dagger belt, bestowed upon the prince. Barium Aberon as a coming-of-age gift. Powerful enchantment causes the daggers carried by this belt to return to their sheaths when thrown. Ooh. So, this is not something I equip. I just have it. Okay. What was the button for a throwing weapon? Throwing weapon is Q. Okay. Yeah, if the daggers come back, I guess I want to use them occasionally. Oh, we've got another chicket. There we go. Yeah, so I can't just like spitfire them, but I do get them back at a somewhat reliable clip. I like that. Okay, so we've got more chickets there. But we got another soldier here. Your Highness, I did not expect to see you here on this accursed isle. It's injured attempting entry to this shrine. A damn beast snuck up on me. I suspect the key to the shrine is in a nearby burial site. You can find the key and reach the shrine. Well, I dare not get my hopes up. That looks like a boss, actually. Might still be worth it, but something to keep in mind. Let's charge as much as we possibly can. I should probably actually use the spear. There we go. Oh, it did drop some dried herbs. That's nice. Ow. More of you. Wait. Now I can kill forest eyes. I don't know if it dropped anything, though. And we might want to go back and heal. Yeah, something with an ounce more range might be a good idea for kiting enemies around. Okay, knew there would be something. Another ancient coin. I think this is nailing exploration in a way that most other Kingsfield games don't. I liked the exploration in Neasied. I felt like that was pretty good. I liked the open worldiness of Dread Delusion. But it didn't really have this, like, kind of dense, like, you're in... You're in kind of this... Oh, wait, no. I leveled up. Not my weapon leveled up. I didn't know I could. Yeah, level 2. Okay, so I guess I do go up. My health went up by a bit? Is that it? It might be. Yeah, Dread Delusion didn't do claustrophobic spaces particularly well. Maybe for the first level, but that was about it. Can't catch me unawares. I know what you're up to. Wham. Ooh, nope. I don't know if that was that good of damage. I think this sword does more damage. There we go. Also don't know if charging is particularly good. It seems like stamina is only mildly tied to the damage you deal. Okay, I do have to keep an eye out for those forest eyes. Okay. Actually, we can just hit it one more time. And get all the levels for this thing, I suppose. What do we have in here? Another interior area. Another ancient coin. I think I'm going to leave it. I need a save point. Can I break these? I can. I don't know if it benefits me in any way, shape, or form. Whoop. Yeah, you're what I was afraid of. Well, next question. Controls, key bindings. How do I swap items? Next item. Oh, scroll up, scroll down. Yeah, let's use a healing herb. Oh. Doesn't get you much. However... we get a shortcut, so I guess I didn't need to use those dried herbs after all. Okay. Save? I guess I should have rested before I saved. Is this different? No, never mind. Okay, so we haven't been this direction. I might as well go check it out. Because this seems to lead somewhere completely different. I think I see another save crystal, too. Oh, so it's a lift, but it's currently busted. Locked in place. Yeah, so once we can manage to take that lift down, we can go check that out. And that's the area I was just at. Oh. But this is mostly just shortcut zone. I mean, makes sense. I'm just gonna go back up here. Now that I can get rid of... now that I can get rid of that, we can explore a little bit more. It actually doesn't seem like charging my attacks does anything in retrospect. And this might just... oh, it is a shortcut. Or something. There's a lift there. Okay. There's the Meganura, but I think it's coming down. I think we'll just leave it. Let's just probably go heal. And check out the other path, I suppose. Okay. Save again. Because, yeah, there's no point in fighting a Meganura with just the throwing daggers. They're pretty weak. I wonder if I can get to the point where I have... Okay, no, stamina does affect somewhat of the damage I do. Okay, we have that temple. Ah, there you are. We have this whole interior area. But I think I prefer to stay on the outside first. If possible. Let's charge the biggest hit we possibly can. Yeah, no, it definitely matters. May also be one of those where leveling up the weapon also is going to improve my damage a bunch. You gotta be kidding me. There's 2 of them. It's okay. It doesn't do that much damage. There we go. Anything else? Nope. Looks like we're good. It does amuse me that one of the first enemies in the game is straight up just a ladybug rat. It honestly, it works. Okay, did actually have stuff in it. I was about to give up on that one, but it's like, no, I did the same thing with the crossed boards. Nope, nothing. This guy's got another ancient coin. And another rusty... Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah. I want to fight it. I'm not in a good spot to do so. I need a blunt weapon. Okay, got the skeletal fighter. Did not drop anything, and boy, we are hurting. So I think we just dash on back home and just do a loop on this. The thing is, we get experience no matter what we do, so, like, it doesn't really matter how many times I have to come back through these zones. It's just extra grinding for me. Not that it really matters, you know, as soon as we get to... Well, this is a demo. As soon as the game comes out, we're probably starting over. I do actually like it when these games don't do that. I think this would be one of the few games where I'd actually just continue where I left off. I don't feel like the opening is so, like, critically important. Nope, that didn't work. I don't feel the opening is so critically important that I wouldn't just skip past it in the future. It's kind of like the opening of Dark Souls 2 is functionally nothing. The opening of Dark Souls 1 is great. Opening of Dark Souls 3 is kind of a nice mid-ground, where it's functionally nothing. It's just kind of a couple of enemies in a swamp, and then a boss at the end, but it's a good boss. The enemy or the boss in Dark Souls 1, also a very good boss. I'm so glad their turning is terrible. I've been playing too many of these games where the enemies just turn on a dime in a way that doesn't make any sense. There we go. Because yeah, I don't think I'd ever skip the asylum in Dark Souls 1, but I'm so glad Dark Souls 2 just lets you sprint past everything. You know, all those side tutorial chambers, there are reasons to explore, like there's some good loot out there. Ah, not again. I need a melee weapon that actually can do damage to these guys. I was kind of hoping I could, like, smack him in the broadside of the sword or something. Okay, so we also have a Meganura. Not that I'm terribly concerned by the Meganura either. Like, most of these are enemies that are very fightable. Main problem is Bonesley here actually does a decent chunk of damage. Yeah, when I was a kid, would play Dungeons and Dragons, and skeletons were always... I think it was my brother's favorite. It was either my brother... Oh, no. Our neighbor would DM for us sometimes, and he really liked skeletons. Because for whatever reason, we all favored sharp weapons. I would use a great axe. Other people would use swords or something like that. And skeletons have a damage resistance to slashing and piercing, at least in regular Dungeons and Dragons. I think they might have switched it to be a vulnerability to bludgeoning in future games, which makes a little bit more sense. Let's see. Here we go. Another ancient coin. There are not many of those, so I do wonder if the ancient coins are that much more impactful in this one. I guess we will find out. Let's see, what was I gonna say? But I remember being pissed that I couldn't hit something with, like, my axe turned sideways, even if it did less damage. So then I'd just start carrying a warhammer around, or, you know, just something basic and blunt, not too much. I think we'd all carry quarterstaves, because they also had, like, reach and some other things, and that made them feel kind of good. The music on this is sublime. Like, it's got this, like, really nice, I don't know, Market Bazaar vibe to it. Okay, there you are. Let's see. Yeah, I'm really digging the combat. I love this slash. Like, normally, I consider myself somewhat of a spear guy when I play video games. Just because spears are kind of underrated. You know, despite the fact that they are, like, the one of, like, the #1 weapons used in, like, medieval times. Everybody, you know, has axes and swords and hammers and maces and morning stars. And, like, maces and morning stars make a lot of sense. Like, all weapon types do. But spears are, like, legit good. And it always feels like video games kind of treat them as this, like, dumb side joke weapon, not very good and whatnot. I'm sure there are reasons for it, probably just because peasants would use spears more than anything else. But, I don't know, I'm not convinced. There we go. At least they seem to be pretty generous with these herbs. And of course, woo. There we go. I guess it makes sense. We are taking some damage in here. Okay. Just in case any of these open up. It doesn't look like it. This is a nice little dungeon here. I've been really craving games that get that dungeon crawl feel lately. I've been doing Fellowship with friends, and while it doesn't do the, like, interior environment that I'm looking for, it definitely does the, like, I mean, classic MMO dungeon crawl feel. Wooden club. Okay, question. Can I actually check my bestiary? It's a ratty bug. Weak to slash, resist pierce. Weak to pierce. Normal to everything. Weak to slash, weak to impact. Normal to pierce. Okay. Brawler's berries. Let's take another herb. I'm not going to go back and heal. Don't really want to. So, there we go. So might as well hit them with that. So that means the charge attack isn't particularly good on these suckers. Okay, I see a skeleton over there, but we actually do damage to them now. For a flying bug, they are particularly unhurried, I've noticed. There we go. I love these throwing knives. Like, this just has fantastic game feel. I wanted to say immaculate, but I've been saying that too much, and also I'd started saying for some reason, so it's just like, I don't know, what's a good synonym we can work with here? Okay. Did I not equip the club? If I'm not equipping it, then the answer must be yes. Damn it. Oh. I see. It's not 1, 2, I got it. Alright. Time to unga bunga a skeleton or two. Okay, so big downer on the unga bunga. It's a really slow. Okay. We ain't doing that. It's a really slow charge up. Don't know if I can hit both of them with it either. I might be able to hit both of them with the spear. Whoop. Okay. That means charge attacks are good against them. I don't want to get cornered. I mean, we could try it. Yeah, I mean, it does good damage. Oh. Jumping attack is kind of good. I'm burning through my herb reserves. But it's fine. Okay, there's the Endu Shrine Gate. Of course there is. Let's see. Well, that didn't work. Yeah, don't try and do a leaping slam from that far. Okay, I wonder if you can actually parry with the dagger. Hit him in the face just as they're about to charge you? Maybe. Okay. Definitely gonna want a different blunt weapon. This one leaves much to be desired. Whoop. Yeah, there's not much I can do for, like, trickery against these guys. Mostly just resource management more than anything else. Where did that one come from, actually? Life charm. Okay, anything else in here? I mean, the dungeon keeps going. I'm also seeing a bunch of lit torches versus not. Makes me wonder if there's some kind of logic to that. Ah, we gotta lift out of here. Is this gonna put me in that one locked tower that we saw? Yeah. Hit that. And just avoid. Oh. Okay, the world's changed a little bit. Uh-oh. You know those soldiers that were here? I think they got wrecked. Or they've left. Because, yeah, now that I've opened the way. Yep. At least one of them is dead. I think it might be both of them. Oh, there's a chicklet, too. Yeah, so the chicken actually takes a ton of damage from piercing. Okay, still... Oh. Yeah, still haven't gotten the things for these guys. Yep, nope. So we'll have to keep looking for that key. I feel kind of bad about that, honestly. It'd been... I guess it would have been nice if I could bring back the, What is this save? If I could have brought the sword back to the guy and handed it to him and just been like, here you go. You know, I've got some other weapons. You can use this to defend yourself. But I think it's one of those where you're just forced. Well, forced. It's a mandatory death for them or whatever. I do like the fact that the world did kind of change a little bit there, though. It makes things feel less static. Okay. We'll have to see if we can get other ranged weapons at some point. It'd be kind of nice to have one of these that does, like, poison damage or something. There might be two of them. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, there's two of them. Here's the question. If I use the spear sideways, does this count as a slash? Hard to say. Doesn't seem like it. There we go. I think we've cleaned this out. There's probably another skeleton. Oh, did I level up again? I might have. Okay. Let's go this direction and check out this shrine. We've saved recently. There we go. Yep. Chickens are considerably less of a problem now. Let's see. I don't remember. There were no plants nearby, right? I hope not. There we go. Weapon level up. Get some more dried herbs. That's one thing I can do if I get absolutely wrecked here, is just farm for a while. Okay, I think we've explored everything else. Pretty sure this guy is probably also dead. Yeah, he certainly doesn't look like he is alive anymore. Huh. He actually looks kind of petrified. Okay, so here's the downer. This guy looks skeletal. Okay. Am I just gonna unga-bunga this guy in the butt a bunch? I actually can't tell if he takes more or less damage. Doesn't seem to. Ow, that hurt. Yeah, no. He has no damage resistances from what I can tell. Or this sword is just over-leveled enough that it isn't a problem. Do really wish I had like a shield or something for parries. Oh, that's the play. Damn. Yeah, the thrust is the closest thing I have to a dodge. And so I can kind of use it to get in here. This is very goofy, but I kind of love it. It's one of those where, like... You know how there's the idea of the perfect 7 out of 10 game? I've failed to protect this shrine. Who? Stone duck figurine. That voice is fading. Can finally return to slumber. We level up. Yeah, I probably should have actually maybe thought of that these would have extra healing items for me. Oh well, didn't need them. Nice though. Ooh, that's a fancy sword. See if we have anything else around here. But the concept of the perfect 7 out of 10 game, and I don't think that actually fully applies here, but the idea of a game that has just some amount of jank here and there. Looks like we beat the demo. Just a little bit of jank here and there. You know, combat system that doesn't have like the full dodges, parries, you know, perfect dodges, perfect parries, whatever, all that. Yeah, Holy Sword Endu. Neat. Yeah, this looks really cool. Except for maybe the fish guys. Oh, so we can use that to air dash. Sick. That's what I was hoping to see. But just jank enough that you can figure out different ways of cheesing it, kind of working around the mechanics rather than playing it entirely within the bounds of what the developers intend. Immersive sims usually are good examples of this. Games that are just the right level of like janky and fun mechanics that you can do all sorts of like crazy things. And so yeah, being able to use the sword's like thrust as a makeshift dash in a game that doesn't have one normally makes it feel really good to me. I will say. I'll have to see how the rest of the game handles, but I think this might actually be perfect for me. It's got that really solid dungeon crawl feel. It's got fantastic visuals that look both, you know, old school, but also has really nice like volumetric lighting and fog and all those effects. Did I mention the music already? I don't know, I love the music. And the gameplay is that nice, slow, methodical. You know, there's still risk, there's still danger, enemies do hit like a truck. But if you know your way around them, you can beat them easily. As opposed to, I'm gonna say stuff like Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne, where it really does feel like a test of your reflexes. You know, pull off 7 perfect dodges in a row and then maybe you can smack Melania in the butt a couple of times. My problem with that is just, I don't have the patience or the skill to be doing that half the time. I like my dungeon crawls to be slow, methodical, still dangerous, but not like pushing me to the edge of what my reflexes allow. Because at that point, I just don't enjoy them anymore. You know, I can practice that, but I don't learn much from it because it doesn't transfer. Whereas this one, it's just like, okay. It's almost more cerebral of like, okay, what are the ways that I can cheese this to be able to win? And for me, that feels so much more satisfying than, you know, any amount of perfect parries ever will. Mostly. Anyway, I guess with all that said, I might as well mention that the Queen's Domain demo is available now on Steam, so if you want to pick it up and play yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. I do not know when this game is coming out proper, but I am seriously looking forward to it, and that's all that really needs to be said. If you like Kingsfield, if you like Lunacid, if you like Dread Delusion, you're gonna like this one. And I guess with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, it helps more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.